Yo, what's going on, guys? It is your boy Pup, back with Season 3 of the GWA Low Tier League. And in Week 1, we are facing Mr. Old Man, formerly known as Wolf Haley, with the Indianapolis Volts versus the Washington Whimsicots. So if you guys are as hyped as I am for this match, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. But yeah, let's just go right into the team builder. Alright, let's get straight into the matchup here. We're playing against Mr. Old Man, Wolf Haley, whatever. But they have a crazy regenerator core, very bulky team, and then scary Pokemon like Espeon and Heracross that shouldn't have been allowed on the same team together, but it is what it is. I think we do have a team that can beat them for sure. I am worried about Toxic Spikes. I'm worried about Scarf Heracross with Moxie. I'm also worried about Guts Heracross, to be fair. And then I'm worried about like a physically defensive Aloma Mola. But first of all, we're going to start off with our Sylveon. I think it looks really good because they have a lot of special attackers. Espeon, it could run Psyshock, but this thing also counters like a Moltres. It's really good against Aloe, Cyclizar, especially if they're running a special set. It's just pretty decent into their team entirely, and it makes sure that they can never just set up and win in my face with Masquerain, which I really like. But this thing, just max specially defensive. We can Wish Pass, we have Baton Pass, Protect, Hyper Voice. We also have Blastoise, rocking the heavy duty boots on this thing because Toxic Spikes are really tough against me, because we have no grounded poison before Tera. I don't even think we have poison Tera, if I'm being honest. I thought I was going to do it, but I didn't. But yeah, we have Rapid Spin on this thing, Surf, Ice Beam, Flip Turn, just a very basic physically defensive set to check that Heracross. We also have Electrode here with the Tera Ice, but we're Magnet on this set because we do a whole lot of damage to pretty much everything on their team. We literally are unresisted by the Bolt Beam coverage, and even stuff like Clodsire, who is very specially defensive, does not want to take this. I do have Thunderbolt, Terra Blast, Volt Switch, and Taunt. That last slot, at some point I had Magnet Rise so I could take on the Clodsire, but at that point I'm just switching to Bronzong every time because Clodsire cannot touch it. We have Dugtrio here, Focus Sash, just a lead set. So if I don't see Espeon, I can just lead this thing, get up rocks easily. Then we have Endeavor on this thing, so we can always get something down to 1 HP after they hit my Sash, which is really nice. But really, it's here to maybe lead well into like a Tinkaton. I can throw off an Earthquake turn 1, is most likely what's going to happen. Like they lead Tinkaton, they lead Clodsire, something like that. We throw off an Earthquake, try to catch the Espeon switching in. If they want to go to Moltres, we can always click Stone Edge. If they want to go Aloe, we can get some chip on it, maybe Endeavor it down and be really annoying. Then we have a fun Hawlucha here. Very, very interesting set with a Mold Breaker because they have Unaware on the Clodsire. I'm assuming they run that. They could definitely run Water Absorb though, which would be really annoying though. But we're Encore, Roost, Brave Bird, Sword Stance, so mono attacking. But Encore, if we end up getting that Clodsire to click Recover or something like that, we can Encore into Recover forever, set up to +6 and absolutely sweep their team. I'm faster than everything barring a max speed Cyclizar. So if that thing doesn't show up or is dead or is not max speed, then we're just going to destroy their team. We have Roost, so we can recover from Brave Bird damage, get up to full all the time. Because we can also use this as a sort of pivot versus their team. It's really not too bad in that role and can take some hits from Heracross. And then last up, we do have Bronzong, like I mentioned earlier. Max HP, max attack, minimum speed with Trick Room. I know the rest of my team doesn't exactly go with Trick Room, but it doesn't matter at all. Because we're just clicking Heavy Slam, Rock Slide, Earthquake. Really solid into their team. And Trick Room's there. I didn't really know what to put on for a 4th move. Could have put a lot of other things on, but if I get a free Trick Room up, I can do a lot of damage to their team that they really don't want to take. Especially if that Aloe tears into Fairy. Then that's really nice for me. Overall, Aloe is definitely the tough mon for me to deal with. Hopefully I can break it down with like a Dugtrio Endeavor and get it pretty weakened for the rest of the game. I think Sylveon can take it on decently well if they're Tera Fairy and not Tera Poison, as those are their 2 Tera types. I think Masquerain's like Dragon and something. But that's really all that I should be worried about. Bronzong is a perfect switch in all the time to Clodsire. It does great against like Tinkaton, even though they can knock me off, which is annoying. Does decent into Cyclizar if they're not a special overheat set. But yeah, just a very well-rounded mod for this matchup. That's going to be about it. Let's head straight into the battle. All right, we're getting connected to our opponent here. Let's see what they bring this time. It's going to be a lot of stuff I did expect. Espeon, Aloe, Heracross, Tinkaton, Claude, and Cyclizar. Yeah, nothing I'm like too surprised about. It's nice to not see Moltres. Means we definitely didn't need protective pads on our Hawlucha. That thing can still win though, you know, because we're Mold Breaker. I could definitely see them leading with the Tinkaton. Even I could even see them leading with Clodsire. No matter what, Dugtrio is actually just really good as a lead into them. I think it goes really well. They can't knock me out with anything ever because we're Focus Sash. I don't think they can kill me with even like an arm thrust from Scarf Heracross. That would kind of be crazy though. And then we can go in and, you know, we can do something after that, I'm sure of. Hopefully at some point we get Electrode going because I do think that it looks pretty decent here. I'm hoping that Cyclizar is not max speed. Hoping it's more utility, but we'll see if it's outrunning my my Hawlucha. And they lead with Dahorn. Okay. So that's actually the most scary thing that could be leading into me, if I'm gonna be honest. Let me check this thing really quick. Does get arm thrust. Okay. Arm thrust with 3 hits would actually knock me out, which would be really bad. Yeah, this is actually the worst case scenario. So it definitely sucks. I'm thinking potentially Hawlucha could just switch in here though. We could potentially Encore. We have Roost. You know, I actually really do like Hawlucha here. This is the only thing that could have actually beat my Dugtrio lead. But I'm going to play it safe here. Let's see. We're going to break the mold. And they're going to knock off. Okay. And that did so much damage, man. Dang. Wow. So knockoff. That did, what, 123? This thing's banded. Yeah, this thing is 100% banded. That's adamant band too. Adamant band. Interesting. Okay. So we can either go for like a Brave Bird into this thing. We could even set up a Sword Stance if we really wanted to. We could swap back out into Dugtrio. I honestly kind of like that. Or I could just Roost up. And I think that that could be just a fine play too. I'm going to Roost. Because they're going to withdraw. No more pads. And we'll see what their counter is. It is the Aloe. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this thing is obviously really annoying for me. We could go like Sylveon. Even Bronzong is really decent against it, but I don't want to get that thing knocked. I also do like going hard Electrode here. They could flip turn, and if they flip turn into the Clodsire, then it's annoying. But we can always go Bronzong at least. Yeah, I think we're gonna make that Electrode play. Worst case scenario, like they flip turn, and we can have a 30% chance to get static. As they Alluring. Okay. Alluring Voice definitely makes me think Tera Fairy here. Definitely does. But I think Volt Switch is pretty free. We could Tera Ice and go for it into Clodsire. But if Clodsire comes in, it's a free switch into Bronzong, so I don't really mind. So they do withdraw. Kevin, this has got to be Claude. Yep. All right. And if we Tera Ice, Tera Blast, it's like doing decent chunk. We're just gonna go into our Bronzong here though. If they want to set up hazards, that's fine too. Because we have a great spinner in the back. Yeah, they do Toxic. Can't do anything to us. And honestly, I could set up a free Trick Room here if I really wanted to. This thing can't touch me. Now, we don't do like a million back to it, but we kind of do with Earthquake. I'm gonna click Trick Room here, as they're just gonna Stealth Rock in my face. Interesting, okay. Yeah, we're gonna get this Trick Room off. And get a couple turns of being faster than literally everything. We're just gonna fire off Earthquake here. If this is specially defensive, it should do 60 to 70. Say withdraw, okay. Demon Doll. Tinkaton, okay. Tinkaton took 1,000,000 from that. Wow. That thing took 1,000,000. This thing is like max attack. Alright, we're just going to fire off another one. As they withdraw again. It's fine. Could have predicted. I went for a Heavy Slam or something. But I don't mind doing some damage to the Aloe. They're not leftovers, which is good. I do like to see that. And Bronzong did a lot here. We do still have the Trick Room up. I think it's just for one turn, though. Let's see. Trick Room 2. I was going to say we could go back out into Electrode, but I don't know if that makes the most sense. I think in this scenario, we're going to go out to Sylveon. We really just don't want this thing getting knocked, getting burned. It's really annoying, especially if we get burned. Because I think a Scald might be coming out here. We take the rocks and they flip turn. Okay, good play by them. Good play for sure. And they might bring in like that Tinkaton now. Yeah, they do. Very annoying. We're going to get the leftovers off. We're obviously going to be faster in the Trick Room. As they are. Yeah, we already saw their leftovers. And even with no HP here, like, they've got to be just like max speed, max attack, most likely. Which means we're not going to take them out with a Hyper Voice. I think what could be a really good play here is to Trio and just click Earthquake. I think I'm going to make that play. Gigaton Hammer is most likely coming out here. Which still does a ton, actually. Yeah, we take the rocks as they double. Alright, what did they double out to? Sasha. Alright, that's totally fine, I think. Yeah, I think we'll actually live a Flip Turn or a Scald. We could set up our rocks here, but I'm going to click Earthquake. Predicting Sylveon does not go. And they do Flip Turn. Takes us down to 65. Alright. There are definitely worse things that could have happened there. Alright. This has been pretty fast-paced so far. We could slow it down, even though I know that's what they want to do. So they go into Dehorn. I know this thing is Choice Banded. We're just going to click Endeavor. As they're going to withdraw. This is Espeon, isn't it? This has got to be Espeon. No, they go Aloe. This is going to do a ton of damage then. All right. That's insane. Okay, that's amazing. All right, and this turn I'm going to set up my rocks. I don't think they're going to go Espeon on this super obvious Earthquake. If they do, it's a great play. Man, but that was super nice. They withdraw. I'm thinking Heracross. No, they go Tink. That's perfectly fine. So we get the rocks up. Let's go. All right, that's what we like to see. They're going to get lefties, obviously. But, I mean, this is just great for us. We're going to click Earthquake here. We're going to get a kill. Tinkaton goes down first to Doug Trio. Yeah, Endeavor was a great bring here. That Aloe obviously going to heal up with regen. But they're going to go out to Dehorn again. Gonna take the rocks. And we're just gonna click Endeavor again. Let this thing go down. I don't mind too much. As they just click Knockoff. Alright. We get the Tangling Hair, so they're -1 speed. Doug Trio's down. Alright. Oh. And they're not even Moxie. That's actually kind of odd. That's not what I was expecting at all, if I'm going to be completely honest. I wonder... Electrode, if I Tera Ice... Yeah, I think Electrode Tera Ice should kill this thing. I could even go Hawlucha, who at this point actually gets the freest Sword Stance. I'm going to go Lucha. This is actually a super free Sword Stance. Yeah, because we're breaking the mold. We're just going to SD. Yeah, we've got no item at this point. They're going to withdraw. So this thing's super low. And they go out to the Aloe, who's at maybe 45%, I would say. Something like that. Well, they were at 65 health. They were at 12, and then they got 33. So yeah, 45%. +2. This should kill. This Brave Bird should kill. It does. We get a crit. Did not matter. That crit did not matter. So now we're +2, which is great. Yeah, we always killed there based on the damage. That's max against max HP, max defense. They go Clodsire, but this thing dies too. I don't know. I mean, they could be physically defensive, but after rocks, this thing dies because I'm Mold Breaker. They do have some physical bulk. All right. As they click Toxic, totally fine with that. Hawlucha is absolutely breaking down their walls here. All right. What do we think about a Roost here? I'm thinking it's probably not even worth it. We're going to Brave Bird and pick up another kill. And we should definitely die to Toxic. Oh, yeah, Toxic plus Recoil. But Hawlucha did a ton of work here. I'm really happy about the set I brought. Alright, so what do they have left in the back? Espeon, Espeon, Cyclizar. I can't even think. The Aloe is dead. Aloe being dead is crazy. Oh, Heracross is very, very low. I mean, Electrode is completely free here. I think I'm just going to go for it. Yeah, they go out to the Espeon. If this thing is Scarfed, then it's an issue. No, but I take damage first, so they're not scarfed. Alright, that's what I like to see. So no scarf versus my electrode. We're magnet boosted. This is doing a ton of damage. I think we're just going to volt switch out, though. I am worried a little bit about like a Calm Mind. That was probably a decently low roll. But I think we can just go Bronzong. If they have Shadow Ball, it's a little annoying. But we'll go Bronzong here. If they click Shadow Ball, or if it's like Calm Mind with Shadow Ball, then it's a little annoying. But not the end of the world. As they trick. Okay. That's fine. This is going to be Specs. I'm assuming. Yeah. Receive pair of choice Specs. Honestly, not the worst thing in the world. Not the worst thing at all. Because Heavy Slam, honestly, just like 6-0s them at this point. I'm just going to click it. As they do Shadow Ball. They do have it. And we get the Spadef drop. A little annoying, but this thing is dying. Goodbye. Wow, I'm really surprised they're not Guts Heracross. I mean, not Moxie Heracross. Alright, but they go Cyclizar now. If they're especially offensive one, they probably outspeed me. If they're, I mean, they probably kill me. If they're no attack investment, then knockoff is a roll in my favor to live. But I wouldn't bet too much on living. I could also switch, try to preserve diff. I don't know how good that would be. I'm just going to bank on this being physical. Oh, there's shift gear. Okay. That's really scary. Alright, +1 attack. Yeah, that is really scary. But we do get to do a ton of damage to them. Now, at this point, knockoff is easily killing me. As they do have it. Alright. I think, though, Blastoise should be able to live. Yeah, because we're super bulky. And they're Life Orb. Okay. Life Orb is a fun bring. But we're going to go out to Blastoise here. And I should just be able to click Ice Beam and kill this thing. Double Edge. Figured that might be coming. Oh, they get a big crit. They die to recoil, though. We are always living that. Wow. Big crit, man. Crit, if they're only Jolly, is like a 50-50 for me to live that, actually. But it doesn't matter. All they have is Dehorn left. We do probably lose differential off of that. Because I probably would have tried to preserve it with Sylveon. But, oh well. It is what it is. We're just going to click T-Bolt into this Heracross and take home that victory. A nice 2-0. Electrode putting in a ton of work, so did Hawlucha. Bronzong did as well. And we defeat them, so pretty happy about how that went. Just a pretty solid game throughout from both sides. I think they brought a lot of really cool stuff. That Shift Gear Cyclizar could have taken me, could have gotten me, but luckily I still had that fully physically defensive Blastoise in the back, so it did not matter. The crit, a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. But yeah, that's going to be about it for me. If you guys do enjoy the Draft League content, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And see you guys in week 2. Peace out.